Soluble versus insoluble fiber. Fiber is a crucial nutrient which comes from a plant-based food and mostly passes through your digestive system. The difference between soluble and insoluble fiber is that soluble dissolves in water and is broken down in the colon part of the gut. Insoluble fiber does not dissolve in water and is left intact as it goes through the gastrointestinal tract. Examples of soluble fiber include peas, oats, barley, apples, and citrus fruits, while examples of insoluble fiber include whole wheat, cereals, avocado, and lentils. Fermentation is the process of sugars being broken down by enzymes of microorganisms in the absence of oxygen without any heat. The most crucial part of fermentation is the enzyme, which can be a type of bacteria. The enzymes form sugars into acids, gases, or alcohol in the fermentation process. The benefits of fermented foods include giving the consumer a healthy dose of probiotics. Eating fermented foods can also be healthful because it exposes the gut and stomach to beneficial live microorganisms, which is crucial for digestion. These foods also have an extremely long shelf life, which is what has made fermented foods a staple source of nutrients for thousands of years. Meat curing. Curing is a part of the cooking process of meats with some combination of salt, sugar, and nitrate for the purpose of preservation, flavor, and color without any heat. The most common product of meat curing is beef jerky. Similar to fermentation, the curing process has been used for thousands of years because of its shelf life and preservation.
Cakes versus cookies differences. You may look at a cookie and a cake and wonder why they look so different but have such similar ingredients. Cake batter, which is more of a liquid, compared to a cookie dough, which is more of a solid. Why is this? Cakes use a liquid oil as a lipid, like vegetable oil, which produces a more liquid and moist batter, compared to cookie dough, which uses butter as a solidified lipid to form the batter into a dough. Butter remains solid due to saturated fatty acids, which bind the dough tightly due to closely packed lipid bonding. The fat in cookies is solid at room temperature, however the dough will slowly spread downward when heated above the butter's melting point. Cookies and cake contain many of the same ingredients, however the moisture content and water activity are very different. Cookies have a low water content, usually around 6%, while cakes are considered intermediate moisture content, usually around 20 to 30%. Because of the higher water activity, cakes have a much shorter shelf life than cookies. Cakes versus cookies similarities. The gluten from the flour in both desserts allow the dessert to rise and be lighter and airier rather than turn into a flat, dense mess. They also both use either baking soda or baking powder in the batter or dough, which releases carbon dioxide when baking, increasing the size and also leads to a light, airy dessert. When talking about the microbial activity, both are harmful to ingest in their raw form because of the raw eggs and flour in the mixture that can contain harmful bacteria causing foodborne illnesses.